YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis X, and right back at you with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Month of Madness. That's right. We're back at it with the show. We're taking a look at deck for deck every day of the month of January. Today is day 25, and we got ourselves another fan suggestion that is something you wouldn't expect to see. That's right. We're taking a look at an old school ritual monster, the Litmus Swordsman Turbo. And we're going to be taking a look at a deck that's all about summoning out this dude and using some trap cards to make our swordsman big and tough and big. You know, and so we got ourselves our deck here today. Very nice. Suggested by Mr. Levi's Stories. Wanted us to take a look at the boss monster of, what was his name? Bastion Sowa, was it? It's Mr. Card Game Quantum Mechanics himself, I believe they called him back in the day. And this deck, pretty straightforward. It's trap monsters. Now I had a choice between continuous trap monsters or the other kind of continuous trap card. So we went with this version, which is all about just using the trap monsters and what they do, and Litmus Swordsman as our boss monster. So we're going to go in EDO Pro. We're going to show this deck off, show you how it works, all the combos and wombos and what have yous, and we'll have ourselves a good time. So enough said, let's get started. Alrighty, everybody, our first opponent, another day, another card game. We want to go first because we like to set up some trap cards, and hopefully I'll be awake enough. I just took an unintended 3-hour nap today. Ugh, too many late night card games, I suppose. But what do we have for an opening hand? Okay. It's got potential. It's got a lot of potential. We're just going to set everything and pass for right now. Well, yeah, we're good. See, if this was old school trap monsters, I wouldn't set everything because they used to count in the zone. But now they don't, so it's okay we set everything. We can set everything in the wild. Fusion Sage, you say? Some old school fusion play. That sounds neat. So, my opponent's playing some form of fusions with a 10-card extra deck. Sangan. Sandwich. Possibly. Probably. Maybe. Possible. Is it? No. I thought it was sandwich. What does this do? Alright, so we're up against Little Summon Skull. That's a pretty cool old school deck. I remember playing that years ago. With all the Summon Skulls, the Fusion, the Synchro, the Ritual. I remember trolling a Dragoon player really hard with the Ritual. Because it's immune to monsters, and my opponent was a one-trick pony. He had nothing in his deck but Dragoon. So, yeah, we'll deal with that. Dark Resonator. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, well, my opponent's got some cool stuff. I think I'll take a peek at some of it. So we're going to steal the Archfiend's Manifestation. We got our Crackdown. You know, I could have played a bunch of Floods, because, you know, as long as you have a continuous trap, Litmus Doom does his thing. But this is cooler. You know, we got Interrupts, and it gives me stuff. Granted, this can't attack or anything, but I've got a 3K beater. Does he have a 3K beater? No. No, he does not. So, now what can my opponent do? I suppose if this randomly happens to be in perm, that would be a tricky wicket right there. That'd be a tricky wicket. But we're good, because I've got two beaters right here. I've got my Angel statue, got my Tiki's Curse. Tiki Curse makes it so my trap monsters instant destroy monsters after damage calc. Or pretty nice. And my statue, this can like negate something. I can negate summons. Yep, I can negate summons with this Azure statue. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. But that's all just side dressing. That's all the side strats. I want Litmus Doom Swordsman. If you don't know about Litmus Doom Swordsman, he's an old school boss monster. Basically, if a continuous trap, he's unaffected by traps. He can't be beaten in battle. He gets 3,000 attack points. And I believe he can steal traps from the grave or something like that. If my opponent's got any trap cards. Something to that effect. So my opponent's, he's thinking, okay, there we go. So I'm going to end, so during the end phase, let's go ahead. Let's activate a couple of these. I would like a couple of these. So we're going to summon out Azure and summon out Tiki Wiki. Alright, so where's that pre-prep? Okay, that's not quite pre-prep, but it is something. So let's just battle phase because we can. We'll do the battle phase, and I should mention I still have the Apopus Swamp Deity, which is a pretty nice card. It can negate a number of face-up cards equal to the number of traps I've got. It's pretty nice. It only works in the main phase, though, so you do got to be careful with that bitch. But other than that, it's a pretty sweet card. Pretty sweet. So what does this do? Level 5 or higher fiend in your grave. Discard a fiend. If you do, summon the target. Okie dokie. So he's gonna summon another one. Hey, there's another one. Alright, so what does this card even do? All summon skull gave 500 attack. This card is sent to the grave. Summon a summoned skull. Okay. I mean, it's not quite as impressive as the ritual, but yeah, at least my opponent is doing something cool and interesting. Versago the Destroyer. Oh. You know, for a guy called the Destroyer who has very little attack points. Yeah, we're good. It's fine. We have plenty of trap monsters. Yeah, unfortunately, Azure does not work on, like, poly things. It works on, like, links and things. It doesn't work on no fusion. None of that stuff, but it's fine. He's got the Arcfiend manifestation now. Ah, that's what I thought he was going to do. I was like, who is he going to attack? The answer was actually not that surprising, because now he's got his Arcfiend summoning another skull, and I think they might both do that? Or maybe it's just the one activate. Okay, only one of them activates. Okay, that's cool. That's totally fine. This is why we have Metal Reflect Slime. So, we're good. We is good in the hood. Let's activate our Metal Reflect Slime. We can get out our secondary boss monster. As where's that Litmus tube? I've got so many things to search Litmus. I have like trade preps. I've got all these pots. I got all these things. Don't you hate it when you build your deck around one dude? He don't show up right away. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say anything against you, Litmus Doom. I meant to say nothing. Let's see, level 6. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna get our Litmus Doom Swordsman. There he is. And let's see, target a level 5 or higher fiend, discard a fiend, summon that targeted monster. See, since we're losing that Tiki really did hurt, because I kind of wanted to do that. But for now, we'll summon that Egyptian god Slimy. And yeah, we're going to actually wait on doing the Litmus Doom as much as I want to do it. I gotta use my big brain meat smarts. You know, sometimes you gotta listen to your brain. But we'll end our turn right there. And my opponent might surrender after I do this. Like I said, I got a Popus. I can straight up negate Call of the Arcfiend. Oh. Okay, that totally works just fine. Alright, so my opponent, at least he's allowing me to finish my stuff. Okay. That's fine. You know, that's totally fine. Totally fine. He can have his 3K beat stick and eat it too. Alright, so my opponent's gonna have, again, the Arcfiend's manifestation. But it's okay. The hit effects of face-up cards, my opponent controls. Let's see. My attack in this thing is 2,000. So let's activate a Popus of the Swamp Deity. Put that in attack mode. We're going to negate Arcfiend, just so it's smaller. And we're going to activate our Litmus Doom Ritual spell. Using these here incantations, be like, here he is. So now I've got my Litmus Doom Swordsman. Oh, it has to be destroyed, and then I can steal a trap. Which is cool and all if that was a good effect, but it really isn't. But it's all good. So we're going to go into battle phase. Let's beat over... Actually, no. Litmus Doom beat over Arcfiend's manifestation. So there you go. That is the exact idea of this deck. You go, you Litmus Doom Swordsman, you're summoning him with all these trap monsters, and we didn't even use Anguish Statue, which is like our main dude. But you get a perfect idea of this deck. We're just, you know, it's very casual. It's very casual. We have like one really nasty card in it, you know? No floodgates, but we do have one negating card. So that's the idea of this deck. Let's go ahead now into duel number 2. Show off a little bit more of the trap monsters. We got like a couple things there, and we got nasty surprises for our opponent as well. So let's see what happens in duel number 2. Alrighty. a second opponent. Let's go and do it again. But going first, going first with the deck. Let's see. I don't have a ritual spell. That's a bit of a problem. I've got the one dude. Let's see. Thanks. You too. Let's see here. Well, I didn't draw into a ritual spell, which kind of blows. But I've got some other nice stuff. So we're just going to set 3 pass. Set 3 pass. Oh, I'm sorry that you bricked, my dude. I apologize that you bricked. But I'm going to have to hit you with the anti-spell fragrance. So now, basically what this card does, you know, but we have to set our spells before we play them, essentially. It's not that complicated. It is kind of a floodgate in this deck, but it's a soft one. There is a funny, let's see, because rock deck. Oh, you are so funny. He's so funny. He's playing a rock deck, which means Adamancipators. The Adamancipator Proclamation, they call that deck. All right. So we're up against a rock deck. And Grand Marg the Rock Monarch. Cool. Hero Sphinx. I played that thing the other day. That's so funny. Of course, I was playing the, deck. The Invincible Fortress 3 copies challenge, which somehow actually worked. And Herero Sphinx is basically the boss monster of that, other than Exod, and... Oh, my opponent surrendered. Well, I'm sorry I have a bigger monster than yours, dude. Well, that's sad. Alright, well, I'm not gonna count that as... You know, that doesn't really count as a win, does it? That counts as an unfortunate situation where we were both playing casual decks, and mine had a slightly bigger monster. So... Let's go for a actual second duel. Alright, the actual second opponent here. Yeah, it's sad when you're trying to play casual. Both of you trying to play casual, but then your opponent just surrenders. And this opening hand is... Well, one thing, we're going second, which isn't good. Second thing is... well, I've got the incantation and a ritual. And I've got my draw card, so... It could be worse. What are we up against? Rescue Aces. That's a bit of a strongie. Because basically what Rescue Ace is all about is like summoning all these dudes from the main deck and... what was it? I think it set 4 spell traps with 1 card. Which is a really annoying card. In my opinion. But that's just my opinion. What is this? 2. When opponent controls a monster, all your monsters get bigger. Main phase, normal summon Rescue Ace. And what does this do? Use effect monster control during your main phase, so blah 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 blah. Keep this card from hand or field. Summon a Rescue Ace from the deck. Okie doke. So basically he can just trade this thing out whenever for whatever he wants. That's not an annoying thing. But what can you do? Let's go ahead and Rescue Ace. And I've got all 3 Litmus Doom Swordsman in my hand. Don't you love it? Oh, baby, a triple. One good thing, though, is I do have Litmus Doom Ritual, because it can shuffle itself and my monster back in the deck if I need to. That way, pre-prep is never quite a dead card. So... You know what? Screw it. I don't know. This hand is not that good, and this deck is capable of doing a lot more than you'd think. So I'm just gonna go for it. You know what? Anyway, I'm unaffected by traps, so if he tries to trap me, it won't work. So let's just be like, hello, I am here. I was supposed to say, no, I did a stinky. I should have used Litmus in the hand, and then I could have drawn another card. Oh well. That's fine. I don't feel that Zoma's going to survive anyway. I just have this feeling. So, now we'll see what our opponents can do. I mean, we already know what we can do. We can summon out Zoma D Spirit. And let's see. So I can't activate my effects this turn. Cool. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm unaffected by traps, dude. That doesn't work on me. The little trappy cards don't really do anything to Litmus Doom. That's not how that works. So he's got the Impulse, and I can summon Zoma, which I guess I'll go ahead and do it. But even if I do it, you know, he can just attack it as Zoma. But it's better than nothing. Better than doing a whole heckin' lot of nothing. So we'll see how that goes. And hey, I've got a face-up trap now, so that's pretty nice. And let's see, if he negated Zoma, but didn't destroy Zoma, that would be pretty cool. But no, he's just gonna... He'll switch over to attacking Zoma, basically. I mean, at least I'll do some things. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe my opponent's a scaredy butt. Potential. There is that potential. Alrighty, so Rescue Ace, he hasn't done like his big thing yet, and I've drawn into a Popus, which is pretty sweet. So let's battle into the Impulse and see what happens. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna smack you with my Swordsman. Look at this dapper. Why was this Bastion's boss monster? Would anyone like to explain that? Like, Bastion was such a weird guy in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. He just kind of existed. I think the only duel he ever won was up against Chaz in, like, what do you call it? First season Chaz, even. Which is like the worst time Chaz was a thing. So, I don't know. It was always just kind of weird to me that this was the thing that was like Bastion's big... Oh, that and Water Dragon, but that was also a one-off thing, I think. So I'm going to use a Popus here. I'm going to say, like, no pot of prosperity for you. None of that. Nope. You are not allowed. I do love a Popus. I've always thought about making, like, a trap monster deck based around this thing, and my opponent surrenders. Like a Crybaby. Yeah, I've always wanted to make a deck around this thing and, like, Venom Swamp. Like a trap monster variant. Maybe that'll be a future thing. But for now, there you go. There's a win straight from just... I don't know, he never used his, the dude that summons from the deck. I don't know why he never summoned his boss, but whatever. The fact that I was immune to all traps, just like trap tricks, was the key. Oh my goodness, Litmus Doom Swordsman is Trap Trick Sarah in disguise. Oh, mind blown. Anyway, that's good for duel number 2, actual. We'll count this, and the last one is one big win. Let's go for third opponent. Shut this one down. We're doing what we want to do. It's straight up simple playing, and it's working tonight. We're in casual server, people. It's working somehow. All right, everybody, our third opponent of the day. Go in first as we do. But no, seriously, I'm thinking this now. Is Litmus Doom Swordsman actually supposed to be like the precursor of trap tricks, like in general? Did Konami look at this dude one day and say, I'm gonna make that into a lolly? They might have done that. Cause think about it. He's unaffected by traps. He's blue. Trap Trick Sarah is immune to traps, and he's blue. So is Claudia. So is Adipus. It all makes sense. The reason, you know, the reason they never made an archetype around Litmus Doom Swordsman is because they made trap tricks into that deck. I don't think I chose a slow enough deck. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I kind of put in the notes, please don't pick something too fast. Something somewhat slower. Oh, yeah, what is this? If Kuma. If fine. What is this? So we're up against... This card summons. Summon to... Egypt. So this is an Egyptian god deck. Specifically a 40-some-odd version of it. Alright, card advance. I think I should interrupt this. Yeah, he gets an additional summon. I'm gonna be like, I'm stealing your tribute fodder. Damn! Fair enough. I mean, I wasn't just gonna let him do that. I mean, to be fair though, I've always liked card advance for some reason. It's a fancy old tech. Some might say it's not that good. And maybe it isn't. But it's also funny. You know, look at top 5 cards of deck. Then additional tribute summon. Plus with the compulsion, he can, like, see what his cards are. It's cool. It's a cool deck. And they say it gets cooler. Alright. So we got our Metal Reflect Slime, which is cool. I'm going to set this mystery trap card. My opponent will never know what this trap card is. So... Battle phase? Oh yeah, I can't battle. Okay, doesn't matter. I wonder what you said. I have no clue. Let's see, Winky Fez. I can barely think straight right now. Excuse me. What do you do? Magical mallet, you say? I have no clue. I don't know what this card is. Does anyone know what this card is? I think it's Metal Reflect Slime. Possibly. I mean, you got like this is the Metal Reflect Slime. This is the bull monster it turned into one time. Pretty nice card. I mean, it lets me get a big defensive wall. He counts as tribute fodder. And all sorts of stuff. Oh, hey, Litmus Doom Swordsman. Perfect. I'll have 2 of those things. So, we're going to go ahead. Mallets for 2 mallets. Oof. That hurts. That hurts, man. That hurts a lot, I gotta tell you. Alright. So now I've got a ritual monster. That's pretty cool. Cannot draw by effect. Why can't I use... Can't use nothing. Why can I not activate any of my cards all of a sudden? Okay, something's weird going on there, but... Huh. Oh, wait, no, it's this guy. That's right, Raw's Disciple says I can't summon anything. Uh-huh. Well, ain't that just a pop in the teeth? I kind of forgot about that bit. Okay. Yeah, I can't special summon except because of Raw. But, yeah, I mean, I had to steal this, otherwise I'd be losing. He would have just summoned, like, Slifer or something, an Obelisk. Cannot be targeted by card effects. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's kind of what I figured. Alright. This is totally fine. Oh, is that Archfiend's Oath? I mean, I love this guy's deck just because he's got all these funny little texts, you know? Card Advance, Archfiend's Oath, Convulsion of Nature. Personally, I prefer to just blind call true name if I can, but sometimes you just do it. And is that mother using Metal Reflect Slime? Yes, he is. Alright, actually, wait a minute. Did I not normal summon? No, wait. Got special summon. Huh. I thought shouldn't I be able to tribute summon this? Can I know I can't summon for the extra deck. Why can't I tribute you? Wouldn't let me tribute it. That's weird. Or maybe I just misclicked or something. I don't know. Let's try that this turn, though. Who tributes sets? Tells Meandra, anyway. No, why can't you... There's nothing on the card that says I can't do that. Except for the game, apparently. So, I guess I'll end my turn again and discard a card again. Okay, this is turning into a slight brick fest, which is regrettable. B and my opponent basically can't do much of anything because I can't attack. I would love the ritual summon, but Raw's Disciple says no, only Raw Senpai is allowed to be on the board. It's unfortunate indeed. I would like to do other things. My opponent would like to fist me, but I don't know if I want him to do that. Alright, so the time-ending Morgante. So, I really need him to, like, beat over this Raw's Disciple or something. Or if I could get into anything, but, like, I literally have nothing I can do. Why can't I tribute you? There's nothing that says this can't be tribute summoned. Oh, wait, no. This says that, doesn't it? This card is like the poison to my deck. Okay. I'm gonna have to think smart about this one. So, he gets 2 draws every turn. Gets Reactive Slime, the Breaking Rune God. Okay, finally my opponent has a chance to do something. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna allow my opponent to do stuff this time. Obviously, I could just steal more things, but I feel like I should at least let him do Obelisk the Tormentor, which is going to be a bit of an issue for me because one thing is going to fist me. Second of all, I can't target this thing. So yeah, I get destroyed. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ugh. Alright, well that's bad. I'm gonna take all the damage in the world. If only I had my one. If only I had the thing that stops the thing. All right, that's fine. You know what? It's cool. It's cool. We'll make it work somehow. How are we going to do it? Don't ask. Don't tell. All right, so now we've got all the cards in the world. Let's go ahead. Let's see. This will get me my ritual spell, but I really don't need my ritual spell. I already have all the ritual monsters, so let's go for Talismandra. Now, that whole exchange was really just, that's what happens when you're up against a specific thing. Like, that's a 1 in a 1,000 sort of situation where your card you're stealing is like the ultimate thing you don't want to steal. The thing is, if I hadn't stolen it, he would have obelisked me earlier and nuked my board. Alright, so what we're going to do here, activate Litmus Doom Ritual. Yep, and we're going to Ritual Litmus with Litmus. I'm going to put this guy in defense mode, actually. Does this guy have any trap cards? Not at the moment. But it's all good. So we're going to use Litmus Doom Ritual. Shuffle a couple cards back. Oh yeah, I can't draw my card effects this turn, but I get my stuff back. I got a Cheeky Curse next turn. This is all good. I wish I'd put some rank 8s in here. Okay. Alright, well, I think, folks, I might be... Am I dead? I might be dead, actually, because I lost all my back row. All of my crackdowns are gone. And, yeah, he's got Metal Reflect Slime. I'm presuming he has the slime. Oh, yeah, there's the slime. Okay, so now he's got a slime. But he's gonna definitely send that away for the Egyptian god slime. Yep. So there goes all Litmus system. But, and this is a big old but, now that he's done that, this can't be destroyed by battle, right? No. It cannot. So actually, we have some potential here to kind of sort of come back here. But not really, because there's little I can do at the moment, because he got rid of all my crackdowns, so that was the only thing I could do to really stop Obelisk. Although, I do still have the statue. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. If I can come back from this, I'll be back. Okay? If I can. If I can come back, I'll be back. If not, I'll see you guys in the end screen, because I feel this is going to be a slugfest, but I'm going to play it out. My opponent put some hard work and effort into this deck. I don't want to just leave or don't want to do nothing like that. So I'm going to sit through this, and we're going to see where this goes. Alrighty, everybody, the Litmus Doomsman's escapades through the traps, or whatever the heck this deck is called. Litmanuts, I don't know. Some kind of deck name. We won ourselves 2 out of 3, we're going to call it. And we had ourselves a good time. We did all the Litmus Doom Swordsman stuff we wanted to do. Anguish never showed up, which was kind of weird, considering I run 3 of the damn thing. But sometimes that happens, and I almost got that God card guy. It was a fun duel. It was a fun duel, but eventually a giant 4K beater that can't be targeted kind of got the better of me. But that's okay. That happens. So we got to show off the Litmus Doom Swordsman deck. It's a nice, fun strategy to do, just to spice up the trap monster game. I think too many people rely on, like, Uriah to do things with trap monsters. This guy's cool too, you know. So that's going to be today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. I'd like to go back and take a nap, but right now, like button appreciated. That's cool. And tomorrow is playing, we're playing an even more casual deck. We're playing freaking Swordsman of Landstar. That's going to be a rough one, but we'll give it our best shot. I mean, like I said, when you try to be as casual as you can in EDO Pro, sometimes people will listen. You know, not everyone's playing Dogmatic and Flew on to Reed's Tearlament nonsense. Some people just want to have a good time. So, thanks for watching. Your boy Memphis is signing out. I'm going to go back to bed. I'll see you guys again next time. Tomorrow, more Yu-Gi-Oh! Till then, y'all take care of yourselves. Be good to people. Y'all see you then.